What is up, everybody? Welcome back to G's RC Garage. As you can see behind me, I have a nice little lineup of all my toys out here. So today's video, we're just going to do everything we got here in the collection. This is, at the time of filming, I think everything I got running. So right here at the beginning, now let's get into it. This is the newest truck I just picked up. It is the Revo Nitro Edition. I got it used off Facebook, as you guys might have seen on my very first video on the channel. This is the truck that was in it, so it's, like I said, mostly stock. I don't really know too much about it, but it's a learning process. We're getting into it, but definitely one of the cooler trucks in the arsenal I have so far. Next up, we have the Traxxas UDR. I've had this one for a little while now. It is also mostly stock. It does have a few upgrades though. It has the Vidovon sway bars front and rear, the Vidovon 4-link in the rear. It does need a new rear differential, so that's on the parts list of the bench, but besides that, mostly good to go. Next up here, so this is a little bonus actually. This is actually my brother's truck. It's his Losi Baja Ray. This is the Gen 1. It's pretty much all stock, but I just threw it in there just as another truck in the lineup, as we have here. Moving down the row here, this is my probably the oldest lineup in the truck. This is my two-wheel drive Traxxas Slash, but it is basically fully custom. It has the LCG chassis conversion on it. All the Pro line, suspension good bits, a massive Tekin motor, Mamba, what's this, Max, whatever. I usually just run it on 3 cells, and it is definitely more than enough power. I usually always blow the transmission out. It just recently got rebuilt with all new gears. Has the Robinson Racing metal slipper clutch, MIP drive shafts, and definitely a sick truck. Have this one around and definitely gonna keep this one running for a long time. That's good thing about Slashes is they always make them, and they made a ton of them, so getting parts for them is always going to be easy, and definitely one of my favorite trucks. All right, next in the lineup here, this is probably my other second oldest truck here. This is my Axile Bomber. I've had this one a very long time here. This one's fully custom out. Got Reef 777 servos. It is 4-wheel steer, which is very cool. All the nice Vanquish Brits. Forgot a wheel nut on that one, but perfect timing to show you those nice Vanquish bits on there. These are some just cheap axles on Amazon, but honestly, for the price of them, they are very nice quality. I do really like them. It is running a Fusion Pro in this truck here. You might be able to see it kind of tucked up in there if it focuses, but I might just take my word on that. Yep, there's the rear steer setup. This one doesn't get driven as much anymore. It does have some kind of rear diff issue or something where if it gets real bound up hard, it does slip, but it is definitely one of my favorite trucks. Pro line shocks on there, and I will get this one rebuilt pretty soon and get her back on the trail, because having the 4-wheel steer with a trailing arm truck like that is very fun to drive. Up in the lineup, this is my Vanquish VS41 Phoenix. I've had this one, this is probably my newer crawler in the lineup as far as tent scale goes. It's not too crazy customized. I do have all the servo set up. I'm running an NSD micro servo for the shifting. I did steal the dig servo right now. I do have it. I will put that back in soon. It does have a custom 3D printed radiator setup, running again a Reef servo with a Fusion Pro tucked down in there. This one also has a sound kit, which is cool. I just got back from a Utah trip, so it does have some fresh mud on there from the Virgin River after playing down in there. But for a trail truck, this thing has been super capable. It goes pretty much anywhere I want it. and I pretty much works really good. It has brass SSD, I believe the steering knuckles on there, just to add a little weight up front. Has 3D printed inserts in the front here. The rear has the dual stage foams. And yeah, that's pretty much it on this one. Next is going to be a little bit different. This is my MST 2.5 drift car. Doesn't get used a whole lot, but also a very cool looking body. This is the Killer Body Subaru Impreza. Get this guy out of the way. Get a nice look at it there. It does have, let me pop so it's got the magnet system. Also running a Fusion Pro. You have a theme here. It's got the Yokomo gyro. I did steal the steering servo. It had a Reef's 299 LP, which is now in the Revo, using that as the throttle servo for now, so I do need to get a replacement for this. But honestly, the drift cars are very fun. Don't use it a whole lot, but every time I do take it out, it is always a blast. So once I get some more parts in there, we'll definitely get some drifting content going on the channel. Continuing down the line here, we got a few micros to take a look at. Beginning with the custom Red Cat Ascent 18. You guys probably already seen this on the channel on the second video where I was crawling out in Utah. This one is fully customized. Just redid this body with a pearl paint job. The carbon fiber bits. This bed cage here is off from Amazon. It's got the little guy racing parts, wheels, and tires. The black label wheels. Let me pop the hatch here. So underneath the body, we are running the Injora carbon fiber chassis, Injora shocks. It's got a FuriTech Python Pro brushless system in there. Running this on my Futaba controller. It's got a NSD Micro 100 servo, controlling the servo needs. Yeah, as far as micro goes, never thought I'd be a big micro guy, but once me and my buddies got into it, this is honestly one of my more driven trucks in the arsenal, and I gotta say, it is pretty fun. Next up, I just decided to throw this one in there also. This is another one of my brother's trucks. It's his Axile SCX 24. Mostly stock, a few little brass bits on here, but also decided just to throw it in the lineup. Next up, this is my newest mini build I just did. It's a fully Injora custom TRX4M Mini. It is running the 1.3 Injora wheels and tires. It has their new winch setup, which is really cool. This one does have the aluminum chassis, but it does have the metal portal axles, brass, all the brass bits underneath, rock lights. Also, this is, I think, is a pretty cool truck. Has the Injora hard body on there. This one doesn't get used as much as the Ascent, but I mostly just bought it because I do like having mini wreckers. I think they're very cool looking trucks. So yeah, that's another mini in the arsenal. It's probably going to be hopefully it for now. In case something else probably catches the eye, but alright, moving right along down the road here. We are now getting into the water sports. These are my two boats here, still in the micros. This is the Pro Boat Sprint Boat. This one here has a few upgrades as well. Running Amazon special brushless conversion with a 3D printed ride plate with 3D printed nozzle. And this thing also rips. A very fun little boat just to play around in the pool and splash around in some ponds and stuff. Moving next along here. So these two here are very kind of special projects. These are my two 3D printed I guess RCs. This one here is my fully custom fan boat running a full brushless system. This whole thing was fully 3D printed, all painted. The whole bottom actually has a full real carbon fiber under tray, which is super badass. This whole file here was all off from Thingiverse, except for all the black bits on here. The ride plate was all my custom design. I designed all that stuff just to make it rip a bit better. It's running a Hobby Wing fan ESC inside the receiver box here. Brushless power. Usually run this on about 4 cell, and it does rip. A fully sealed box here. It's got LED lights around the entire thing, and definitely a very fun boat. Takes a little bit of speed. It is a little bit on the heavier side as far as I'd say boats go, but once you get her up planed out, she floats. Next up in the 3D printed division, this is my very first plane, which I have actually not made in yet. I just recently did this paint job on the side. I added the stripes to it, which I'm still kind of in the fence if I want to made in this one. It's kind of very first one, and I feel like for sure this one will probably be wrecked if it does get flown. So let me know down below if you want to see a video on this one. I'm still on the fence, but if I get some likes on this video, then I'll do a video on this plane here. And last but not least, this is my FMS P18 1300 millimeter bush plane. I've had this one for a few months now, and she's had a couple impacts with the ground, but getting into flying, and honestly been really liking it lately. Definitely something new and different to get used to, but that's gonna be it on this video here. Leave a comment down below which one's your favorite RC car here in the lineup and which one you want to see a video on the channel. Sooner than later they'll all probably be featured at some point. But I hope you guys like this video. Leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, all the other stuff. See you guys on the next one. Peace.